Alright, so welcome back to My Team Career Mode. Now, last episode was just the biggest mess of things in the history of gaming. I was driving pretty poorly, I was really slow, the car was awful, and then I had this really weird bug where at turn 8 at Brazil, for no apparent reason, the game would summon either a safety car or a red flag when nothing happened. There was no DNFs, there was no collisions. I think it's because the AI were going so slowly behind each other, the game thought there was an accident. So, in the sprint race, there was a red flag, and then in the Grand Prix, I believe there was 6 safety cars. So that was fun, and at the end of it all, I managed to secure, somehow, a P8 finish. Now, today we're going to Las Vegas. I think this is the second time in F1 24 that I'm going to Las Vegas. It's one of my favourite tracks, maybe my favourite track on the entire calendar. I love driving here. It might be a bit of an issue in the My Team car because it's so slow and difficult to drive, but it's a street circuit, so I'm going to be decent whatever car I'm driving. So let's get to quali and go for another points finish and finish this season strongly. Alright, so welcome to qualifying. I just want to say before we get into our first run, if you could please like the video. It helps out so much more than you could ever fathom. So yeah, if you could do that, that would be lovely. Right, so here are our first lap times. We have a 30.27 from Charlie and then a 30.3 from Russell. Some decent lap times, but of course we're not really focused in the top 3 because I'm going to be nowhere near there. We're looking more so at the bottom end of the grid, let's be honest. So Jack Doohan currently half a second off the pace with a 31.8. Then we have Hulkenberg a 31.3. I want to try and beat the bottom 5 cars. So I'm really aiming to get into the 1-minute 30s, but if I can't, a 1:30 dead would be quite nice. So let's see what Fat Crim's got around this place. Alright, as you can see, I've got a lovely clear track ahead of me, which is exactly what you want around here. You don't want traffic, and yeah, like I said, this is only my second time driving around this track on this entire game, and the first time I drove around here was in the best car on the grid, so of course I was flying along nicely. In the slowest car on the grid that is already difficult enough as it is to drive, I have no idea how I'm going to do, because I'm going to be used to having like lots of confidence around here, but it doesn't feel too bad. The aerodynamics is a little bit on the sloppy side, but that is expected around here. You do want to run low downforce, and I think I'm just going to save my overtake all the way until the back straight, because it's so long. So Sector 1 comes through, and I'm actually going to be 3.5 tenths down on Valtteri Bottas, which really isn't great when you think about it. Right, I've lost another 3 tenths to Bottas, and I don't know what's going wrong, to be honest. My car is just really slow through the corners, and I don't have a lot of overtake left to use down the back straight. I have a little bit, but it's not going to be anywhere near enough. I definitely need to save some more on my second and final run. But we go to the final corners. Can I save it with a decent final exit? I can. That was very, very nice, but I don't think it's anywhere near good enough for anything representative. We come across the line, and I'm going to be... Wow. That is insane. I'm 7 tenths of a second off Valtteri Bottas. I'm behind Jack Doohan. That's a serious issue. So looking at the sector times at the moment, I've got an equal sector pretty much to that of Jack Doohan. He's actually up on me in all 3 sectors, apart from sector 3. So we're losing about 3/4 tenths in sector 1, another 3 tenths in sector 2. It's basically 3 tenths in each sector pretty much. Yeah, okay, that's a problem. So what I'm going to do, actually, is... Oh, I can't change my rear wing aero. Oh, no. Okay, I'm going to give myself a bit more aero. I'm going to go for about 13. And then we go out again, but... This ain't looking too bright, is what I meant to say. Or hopeful. It's looking bad. It's looking really troublesome. Right, final run of qualified. Ignore the fact it says lap 0. I definitely didn't come out the pits too late and didn't make it to the line on time. Here comes Charlie, completely blocking me. He does get out of my way nicely, though. And, yeah, this lap has to kind of be everything, to be honest. It's been a pretty decent Sector 1. I've actually managed to put in a 26 dead, which is equal with Logan Sargent at the moment, which still isn't fantastic, to be honest. Now, I'm sort of hoping that my teammate stays out ahead as we go around this corner, because I can get a wonderful slipstream off him, and he's not, he's going to move. But I can still get a good slipstream nonetheless. Look at this is lovely. Jack Doohan saving my qualifying here. Let's go past him. There is another car up ahead of a Ferrari and a Red Bull, I believe, up there. No, it's a Haas. But look at this. I've got 50% ERS. Give me that speed. Come on, baby. Into the final couple of corners. I've braked a little bit early. I've got some oversteer. It's a great exit, though, but I definitely lost some time. Can I get a very, distant slipstream off Charlie there? Maybe. I'm going to veer back to the right. Go round. And it's going to be a 31-2. For the first time this series, I've been out-qualified by my teammate. Why is, honestly, recently, when I say recently, last week or so, why has my qualifying form been so horrific? Brazil, I was bottom 2. Now I've qualified last. In my Senna career mode, in the best car on the grid, I qualified 7th or 8th. In Has to Glory, I'm last. Why is my quali so awful? Oh my goodness. That's worse than you lot could ever imagine. Why am I losing so much time? That was the absolute maximum I could have got from that lap. Sector 1, I'm up by half a second. Sector 2, it's Sector 3. Look at my Sector 3. 35-2, 35-2, 35-2, 35-1, 35-4. Me, 35-7. And I'm not convinced that that little error on the final couple of corners where I went on the curb, I don't think that lost me half a second. I just think my straight line speed was that awful. Well, P22 for the penultimate race of the season, it ain't looking so good. It is time for the Las Vegas Grand Prix of 2024. I've got nothing to say. I've got no optimism, I've got no faith. I think I'm about to drop a world-class stinker and be stuck at the back of the grid for the whole race. What I am going to do is lower my downforce all the way down. There's nothing to lose. There's no point trying to hold position. I need to start overtaking cars, and for that, I need straight line speed. So that's what I'm going to give myself. Strategy is also very basic, medium to hard. I was actually thinking about the softs, but you can see the tyre wear is just far too high. Although, to be fair, the hard tyres have basically no degradation whatsoever. The estimated race time is a second slower, but I don't know, is that just got more, I guess on the mediums, because the tyre wear is low, you get that more consistent lap time. But I mean, on the softs, so hang on, let me just experiment. Right, you know what? I'm starting last. I have got absolutely nothing to lose from this position. I'm going to go for an alternate strategy, and I'm going to do a short stint on the softs to try and gain some places off the start, and then pit for the hards. I like it. I don't know if it will work. We'll have to wait and see. For the penultimate race of the season, let's have it. Oh my, this is even worse. I'm starting on a curve. Why is this a thing? This isn't very fair. How am I even meant to start? Do I have to, turn left early? Well, that's kind of works, I guess. Alright, we do have a couple of engine penalties on the grid. It's going to be Kevin Magnussen, who drops to last and has already set it up the inside and made his way up to P21. But I'm ahead of my teammate, at least. So that's something. Got a really nice exit out of turn 2 there. It could be a move on for the Alpine here, but to be honest, I can't, because he's going wheel to wheel with Magnussen, which is just cringe. Oh, that's very cheeky. There could be a move on Magnussen. He's going to cut me off and then completely block me, but I'm going to go to the inside anyway because I feel like it. How is that a collision for me? Magnussen crashed into me. That one, I crashing into Gasly. Yeah, that was me. Okay, sure. Well, we gained 2 places off the start. Up to P20. Still nothing to gloat about. Right, you can see the foot crim powerhouse of my straight line speed coming into play. Is Gasly. I can actually feel a move coming on here. Round the outside is very brave, especially with the cars in front. I'm going for it anyway. Whoa! Sorry, I've hit you up the arse there. That's my bad, Guan Yu Zhou. We're actually going to still be wheel to wheel with Gasly. I need to give him space. And the soft tyres aren't really working so far, to be honest. I am going to get ahead of Gasly, though, with the overtake, so that's always nice. When we finish lap 1, 3 places up. Well, actually, it might be 2 places up in P19. We have a yellow flag somewhere up ahead. There's also a massive lockup going on. I don't know who's gone off. Someone behind, I believe. One of the McLarens is off. I don't know if they've got engine failure or if that was the lockup. It was them going off. I'm not too sure. But we are up another place because of McLaren's error. So thanks for that one, mate. McLaren will always be, no matter if it's in real life or the video game, the absolute bottle jobs. Just like Arsenal on the weekend. Another massive lockup from someone up ahead. These people cannot drive their cars properly. I don't have to worry about lockups though, because I have ABS on. DRS gets enabled, and I am closing in on Zhou Guanyu. Never mind. No, yeah, I am actually. I'm going for it again. He's actually going to block off his teammate. If I brake late, I can actually get the pair of them here. Oh! What a double move that was. Valtteri Bottas needs to get sacked for that. I have no idea why he's blocking off his teammate, allowing me to go for the double maneuver, but he's got it done, and it in the Louvre. Fastest sector 3, up to P16. So far, the soft tyres working wonders for me. Right, a little update for you lot. It's been a couple of laps, and to be honest, the soft tyre advantage that I had at the start has sort of gone away. I'm now equal with the rest of the field. As you can see, the tyres are aging quite a lot. But I'm going to give it someone, Alex Albon here, sorry, Logan Sargent, because I think my pace is good. It's not good enough, unfortunately. Never mind, I was going to go for the move, but we don't get it. However, next lap, we will be making our first and only pit stop, and I've just got to hope the undercut is powerful, because if it is, I could see myself gaining a few places. Right, come on, this is the lap. I can send it up the inside of Logie Sagi. Here he is. I've got a good amount of ERS to use, but he pulls away just when I want to go for the move. I think I can still go for it, though. I'm going for it. Lay on the brakes like Ricciardo in the prime. And look at that for an overtake. Bosh. Have that, Sergeant. You American. I don't know. I don't want to be mean to him. I like him. And now we can go into the pits. That's always nice. Just a pretty irrelevant overtake, to be honest, because even if I didn't get by him, I probably would have actually been a bit quicker, but it's fine. So, we are going to have a lot of clean air. The entire track to myself for probably upwards of 4 or 5 laps. Actually, no, maybe only 2 or 3, to set some really nice lap times and see if the undercut is actually quite good around here. My thinking at the moment is that because pretty much from P3 to P20, everyone is just in a really long DRS train, constantly stuck behind each other, going around the first sector. They're going to be really slow around there, so with clean air, I reckon I can get that gap closer. But let's keep an eye on the gaps to Magnussen, and we'll see if I'm actually catching at all. Right, well, I'm not really catching, but what we can see if anyone is going to go into the pits this lap, I'm kind of hoping that they don't, so that I can go for another quick out lap, and it looks like I'm good. No one has stopped yet. So I need to really put the burners on now and start pulling that gap together. I've managed to get it down by about 3 tenths, but it's going to be a lot more than that if I actually want to undercut anyone. There you go, that's more like it. Half a second out of Magnussen, but it still isn't nowhere near enough, to be honest. Right, as you can see in the bottom left, the lead Ferrari, I don't know who it is, has come into the pits, and now I think the pit lane's about to get pretty flooded. One of the Red Bulls are in. I can see 3 or 4 people, but I'm not really interested in that lot. I'm interested in the backpack, which is the bottom 12 cars. I want to try and get ahead of them. And I have actually had a pretty good lap this time. I've gained about 3 seconds, and it's time to see if this was all worth it. And as you can see, I have actually made it to P14, which is about, what, 4 places up or 5 places up from where I was before, so not brilliant, but it's worked. I have gained places off it, but of course, the downside to the undercut is that now I've got 2 lap older tyres than every other driver on the entire grid, which is not really what you want, especially with Magnussen, who is on the medium, so it ain't looking great. I need to get in Alonso's DRS, but I don't think it's going to happen, to be honest. I still think half the grid has to pit. I don't know how many of them are ahead or behind me. I don't think it's many. So I might get another couple of places, but I've got to be really careful of K-Man, because he is going to be flying along, especially when the DRS gets open, which is now. How close is he going to get? Oh, ain't too bad, actually. I can defend from that. Right, so as we can see, pretty much it's everyone ahead of me bar like 2 people. Can I get ahead of any of them? I'm going to get ahead of loads. Hang on a minute here. Oh my... Oh. Wait. I have just undercut my way, oh balls, from what was it? 19 or something. Or was it 16th? Whatever it was. To P7. Holy strategy from Fat Crim. Downside is it's the same one. I'm on those older tyres now. But the other downside is that every car around me is a lot quicker. I mean, I'm surrounded by McLarens, Mercedes and Red Bulls. So I don't know how I'm going to do trying to defend from them. Probably not great, to be honest. Alright, so here comes Hamilton. When does the DRS get enabled? Is it there? Oh, it is there. Can I? Oh. I can actually defend from him. I don't think I'm going to, because he's faster, but that's pretty promising, to be honest. The straight line speed is very good. Also, if something's happened behind, because I've gained like half a second on Ocon, I'm not sure what's happened back there, and now I've got a bit of a margin, and I'm in, well, P8. I'm cooking. There is an absolutely insane scrap going up ahead. You've got Perez, you've got Hamilton, you've got an Aston Martin and a McLaren, all scrapping with each other. Perez goes defensive, potential slippage round the outside of Hamilton. He's going to have a better exit, Cardiff and all that. Inside line for Fat Crim, not going to be enough, and I actually lose out a lot because of that. Okay, it was good racing though. I am very impressed with my pace at the moment. I'm not only keeping up with Hamilton and co, but if I could stick with them down the back straight, I've definitely got the ERS and the straight line speed to maybe dive bomb one of them, but we'll get to that when the opportunity comes. But I'm having a great time. The car is horrid to drive. It's like being on ice skates, but for some reason, I'm actually quite fast. Maybe it's just the pure talent that I have. Who knows? We have a yellow flag behind. I can't tell who it is. I believe it's an Alpine. Their engine has gone and completely ruined George Russell's race, so that's always good. That's what you want. There's confirmation. Pierre Gasly is gone. Unlucky, mate, but the game's the game. And look at my straight line speed, by the way. I'm doing 350 down the back straight with plenty of ERS. If I could just get a little bit closer to Hamilton on the next couple of laps, I could definitely get by. In fact, I'm feeling bodacious. I'm feeling like taking a couple of risks. Hang on, Oscar Piastri. Why is he so slow? He's going to block me off. Sergio Perez on the defensive. Fernando Alonso also on the defensive. Oh my goodness, what's just happened? I have just overtaken 3 cars in a matter of seconds. And it ain't done yet because I've now got overtake plus DRS on Fernando Alonso to the outside, because once again I'm really not taking a risk for the biscuit bitch. Go round, don't spin. Oh my, whoa, Fernando Alonso trying an insane overtake. That is absolutely insane. What has just occurred to me in my Formula 1 Las Vegas Grand Prix 2024 race in my team Crewman on the Factoring YouTube channel? Incredible. Now, one thing I've just realised is I might just ruin myself without really paying much attention, because now I'm in the leader of this little pack. Everyone behind me is going to have DRS, so what I'm going to try and do is only lose a position to Alonso and then just try and stick behind him and get the DRS. That's my plan. Here comes Alonso, but here goes Checo. I think Checo knows that he can't go for a triple overtake, like go 3 wide. That just isn't going to work. And that has gone exactly to plan. Fernando Alonso back up to P4, and he's the only one that overtook me. So now, I'll probably have to use a lot of ERS for it, but I don't really mind. I'm just going to try and stick with him and stay in his DRS and go from there. Right, penultimate lap of this race is about to begin, and honestly, I've just forgot to commentate for the last couple of laps. I have had to concentrate so hard to stay within a second of Fernando Alonso. It has been so difficult, but I'm still just hanging on. Alright, down the back straight for the penultimate time. Sergio Perez is being very annoying. It's kind of stalling my attack on Alonso, but my plan is to hopefully stick with him. Hang on, I'm getting way too close to Alonso here. He's going to go on the defensive. I don't really want to overtake you, lad, but I mean, I'll take the advantage through these last couple of corners. Right, final lap. My plan is very simple. Use, you know, a little bit of ERS. I want to have at least maybe like 25 left for the back straight. But I just want to try and stick with him and then absolutely send it into the final chicane before the end of the race. First couple of corners went pretty well. Here comes Checo. He's going to go for it, I think. I'm going to have to go on a bit of the defensive. This is ruining everything that I had planned. I'm going to have to go on the right defensive. And Checo might have just ruined a potential 4th place for Fat Krim. Right, I'm just within a second of Alonso. Here comes Checo. I've got 25% ERS, which is, I said, it's what I wanted. As soon as the DRS gets activated, I need to use overtake. Here we come! Fat Krim around the outside of Fernando Alonso. He's going to send it. He's on the attack. Stay away from me, Fernando. I've done it. Out the final corner. Come on. Avoid that slipstream. Oh, I'm so clear. I am so clear. Is that not the best race performance I have ever done in my life? Oh, my goodness gracious. Get off me, glove. That is by far the best race performance I have probably put in on this game. Or it's up there at least, top 3. And even more good news, Max Verstappen with 1 race remaining confirms his 4th Drivers' Championship. Yeah, because it's 2024. Oh my goodness. What a race. That was incredible. I mean, hey, everyone was slating this track before 2023 when it was at its debut race, and in real life the race was class. People still write off this track, but look at the race that it just provided. P21 to P4. Wow. And honestly, before anyone says like, oh bro, you just turned down the difficulty, quali was done on 109. This was 108. That was just pure strategy and tactics. That wasn't even my pace. That was just tactics. The strategy worked incredibly well because not only did I get that early, that's what I said before the race, on the softs, I get that early, like, extra bit of speed to make my way up a couple of places, got up to, like, P whatever, I don't even remember what it was. And then, of course, I stopped, and the undercut was extremely powerful, got me all the way up to P7, and then one of the best overtaking maneuvers I have ever done in this game, a triple overtake to get past Hamilton, Oscar, Perez, and then Fernando afterwards as well. And then the strategy to keep Alonso ahead and try and stick with him, which was very difficult because how fast he was, to get the DRS and just stay behind him, and then to send it down the back straight into the final couple of corners. Wow. What a race. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did, because that was absolutely incredible. Here's the race direct, so it doesn't really mean anything. You can see how inconsistent my lap times are. It's not too bad, you know, 30 dead, it was my best lap. It's alright, I guess. We look at the standings, like you saw, Max Verstappen confirms his Drivers' Championship. He has a 28-point lead over Charles Leclerc, who actually won this race, so Leclerc done the most he could, but unfortunately Verstappen did put in a good drive to finish 3rd and take the Drivers' Championship. If he was to DNF in the next race and Leclerc won with the fastest lap, the gap would be down to 2, which is crazy. But well done, Max. The constructors look like this. Ferrari currently lead because, well, a certain Mexican can't get a top 5 and also got done by me alongside Hamilton and Piastri. 27 points back to Red Bull, but because of that P4 picking up 12 points, we have now extended that lead, and I believe we have just confirmed P6 in the constructors in our first season, and the drivers, we are confirmed P10. What a time to be alive. What a fantastic achievement from the lads and lasses back at the factory, back at the garage. Well done, everybody. That's great. But anyway, that's going to be all from me. I can't wait to edit this video. It's going to be great. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like the video. It means so much and helps more than you realise. And also subscribe. We're on the road to 1,300 by the end of the year. It's looking pretty good. What can I say? 25 off. We're cooking. So yeah, thanks for watching. And I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.